Hey guys and welcome back to the potential last part to this somewhat short series, which is making your first 3D game in Unity. Yeah, so what we'll be doing today is making a level kind of progression system and also a somewhat kind of main menu. So when you somewhat start the game, you don't immediately start on level 1. You can press play, and then from play you have a level selector, so where you can select level 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And yeah, also, well, a somewhat primitive save system by the somewhat way we'll be handling the load system, the the level unlock system. So the first thing we need to actually do is create a new scene. We're not going to be duplicating, we're just going to create a new fresh scene. And also, if you guys come from obviously part 2, then this is going to look obviously different, though this is very much level 2. I just somewhat not an hour or so ago, I just spent a couple of seconds to a minute or two actually just placing these down, and I did also somewhat do a bit more to level 1 as well. Oh well, I'll put that there to make sure. I never bothered to test it. Yeah, just to make sure that the level. Oh, I timed it to W. Yeah. Yeah, because we sort of duplicate the scene, and I left the win level panel on, so I was just making sure that was indeed off. So when I did this, so yeah. So first create, and then scene. So main menu, and then just load into here. Going to be mainly working in the UI, so we're not really going to be needing anything. Then UI, just do canvas. There we go. I'm just sending that result, and there we are. So canvas, and then just main menu. And yeah, one thing users are going to want to decide is if this will be the only other scene added, or will you have another scene for, say, like level selection, or will you do the kind of panel method where you have a main menu panel and then a level panel. I tend to do them somewhat different, so I'd have level 1, level 2 main menu, and level selector, but it's up to you. In this one we're not going to okay, that's all by then. Yeah, we're just going to have them all in one thing. So UI panel, then just somewhat main, and then main menu, just call this menu UI, and then main menu panel, and then just crank that up for right now, though, because I might take you on. Obviously you can change the colour, tend to get rid of that. But yeah, so that is just somewhat how the edges will look. If you want to use a picture, then I think it's something out, and yeah, you can just make a UI, then raw image, which will allow you to have an image as your background instead. But yeah, anyway, so somewhat from here, you'll at least click onto that so that anything you go to make will be put as a child to that, and then just button, make sure it's set in the middle. Alright, we want to go to canvas also, scale to 560, I'm pretty sure, yeah, and then 14, 5 for me. Let's just reference so that it can properly scale, and then match to 0.5. So click on that one, button, increase it a bit, something like that, recenter it, go into the button, and then this play button, and then just play. We'll make that actually black, make it bold, auto size, so that it will center itself, drag that all the way to max. Click that, and I do somewhat normal colour, transparent. And yeah, from there we'll just do something, add one bit, and then Control D to duplicate buttons. If you didn't know that, though, that's also just in like Windows. So if your operating system is Windows, be that any supported Windows version that Unity supports, then Control D duplicated. I don't know what it is on Mac because I don't own one. Yeah. There. Though I do want to shift this up slightly to there. Then that button will be as create QUID. There we go. To there, and then QUID. And there. Plain quit. And then yeah, so from there we click on that as this one something would be disabled. Also somewhat you can just do UI TextMesh Pro, set that to there, move it up here, drag that, move that, make it somewhat long, recenter it, grab that, bring it up there. I guess just have it black, bold, there, center it, drag that all the way up, and then just game name. Go somewhat you'd name your name your project there, your game, if you want to. So you can have it in sort of anyway. You can have custom fonts, so you can download a font and have it there. And yeah, something like that's this panel done. Though the only something we sort need to do is make a scroll, make two more scripts in total. One to move from this scene to from that to then this, which will be our level sorry, just level panel. So our levels will be held. Yeah. So go here, play, create. Click onto that, and then so because we're only doing between UI, do just sort UI, go all the way down to sort new, create. Doesn't need to be nothing fancy, though. As we're somewhat obviously, I'm just moving from one panel to another. So all what we need to do is go to just do public game object and just well, I'll just call it on, and then public game object off, and then public void what will we call one? I guess just call it somewhat just UI oh, that's calling, yeah, that's like that because it's calling itself. So it's the script and the public void the same name, so it's not happy. Yeah, public void allows the button to sort of, when you click the button, for it to work, just like how we sort of did the script. Yeah, we'll also be changing that script path to return us to the sort of menu, and that's generally why I sort of like to, you know, have level sort of the level select sort of UI or that on a different panel, though we can do something about that, which I'm just remembering now. Yeah. So so game object. Yeah. Which is just that actually no, anyway. Actually, well, yeah. So game object, then you can do an if. I believe it may work. Generally, you just do then say on. Whoops. You can generally do on then dot set active, and then curly brackets there, and then true, which will turn the sort whatever UI you have on the on one to on. So yeah, so we're going to actually change those instead. That's how I was originally going to have it, but yeah. So public bool UI stat state STAY state. So ball is on or off. So we could just do we could do something like that, and then we need two equals for whatever reason. So equals, and then so if this equals true, well no, false, which is what it will initially be. False, just to make sure. Don't even know, because that may be called every time it runs, which we don't. Well, no, not every time, but when it loads back up. So this will be, say, I'll just main menu and level. So main menu, then dot set activity. Balance and level. Set activity. Room. Then you can just do something else, which just means, hey, if this is so if this is not equal to that, then do this, and that's how we'll be doing it. But there is also an else if, which is generally useful for if you're doing something like say like a pause menu, yeah, where it can be somewhat annoying, or at least where if you press it, it may trigger, it may open and close it. So kind of want to do like two things. So you want to check if it's if you say press escape and say the boolean, so true or false, is either true or false. That means like, even though you, but yeah, so that you press it and it will only do one of the two actions and not both of them. So yeah. Anyway, so then that's so it's set. Hope that works. Get rid of those two because we don't need it. And oh, there is one more script we want to add to it. And that's just a quick public void QUIT. Oh. Yeah. So create that, and then just application dot create like that. And so you press create, it will create the game. And close that down, click on that, open that up, click on both that and that, so both your buttons, and then, well, we've already got one there, and then drag that. No script, yeah, no script on that. It was on down, scroll down. On the sort of main UI there. So then that UI, what is it? Oh yeah. Ooh, right. It wouldn't work because of that, so we would want to do that and then just equals not try. True. So it will set that to true, which will then cause somewhat when we press it again, it will trigger this script, which will equal it to false. Yeah, don't forget about that. And so that's set there, create button, UI, create, main loop there, so we need a new level button, and then yay, there we go. So then from there, I'm going to not minimize it, turn that off, turn this one back on, go to here, and then oh yeah, somewhat then do UI, or at least I tend to do something another panel. So if you like want anything like say over there, say different, maybe like a different game modes or that, you can do, which is just say UI and then another panel, UI panel there. Go to there, click on the foreground one, do that, do something like that, and then click on that one. That should, yeah, it's not too good. make sure it knows that. Snap to go. And we can collect something like that. Oh. Huh. That's unique. Never had one where our panel didn't rendering properly. Panel. Go to over there, because that's where we want it. We want it located over there. So we put that like that, and then go to the back one. Is that right? Because you're outside? No. So then why? As you do know what, let's just do like how we had it. So get rid of that. Then go on to that. This is just how I'm used to doing it. Button, drag the button down to there. Drag it out to there. This will just be the button to go back, which is of course very important. Back. Auto. Make sure it's black. Scale it. Just make that number incredibly big for whatever reason. Go back to that. Add the component. UI. Alright. Just want to sort also add this script, this, into a void start method. Void start. Yeah. Like that, so whatever start that currently is, it will keep it. Not really keep it as, it will always start the game as files, but it should know it. Oh yeah, there we go. See, like that. So anyway, so with that done, the next thing to do is to somewhat work on the level panel, the thing that some users will probably somewhat of skip to. No, that's now. So we'll go somewhat into here. Or at least name this side panel first. Side panel. Yeah. So into here and then UI. Another panel, but we want to stick it to that and then call it just, I don't know, something you'll know what it is, what it contains. So just content, which pretty sure I want something to do with there's a, I know scroll rack is one thing you somewhat want, which will allow you to move it. There's also something else which I can't remember at the moment, but that something else is pretty much just where, as you know, you don't want that named content, you want this named something else. Content will be the one in which we'll put the buttons into. So, and which the scroll rack will also move side to side, so you're sort of, the more buttons you add, the more you can get, pretty much. How yeah, so I guess just I'll call it button holder, and then in the UI panel again, colorless once more, and content the scroll right, the horizontal, merge content. Oh right, we have no scroll bar. You can add, of course, when there's something you want, as you can see there. Elastic, which just means it will bounce back. We don't vertical, we only want horizontal, meaning left and right, not up and down. And then in content we want to do a grid layout, which just means how big the buttons are. So just, I don't know, it's up to you, you can make them however big you want. So pretty sure 1000 by 1000 should fit in. So just to make sure, well, gonna have to make anyway 2 buttons, one for level 1 and one for, of course, level 2. So just button, massive button, and then just somewhat to go back to content, and then you can just adjust it here. That's not the value we want to change this value. So it's about 440, looks like 40, oh of course it would be 1440, 1440, so just to make it a massive square, because you know, why not, but actually let's start lower, so lower left instead. So that would just mean that child upper center middle. So instead let's just do, so 1000 by 1000 was more than big enough. But yeah, so we have a bit of gap either side. Button, we call this level 1, and then I'll just add on button, so normal highlight, that's kind of good. The disabled, which just means that if it's so if the intractability, this which is what we'll be using to sort of have it on or off, want to sort of make it clear that you know, no, you can't sort of use it. Anyway, though we want to turn it back on, we want to go to that, and then just, you know, name it level 1 or whatever. Well, yeah, generally level 1, but you can name it whatever, as long as they know it's the first level. And then just duplicate that. Just go to the change that 1 to 2. Just change the text from a 1.4, and then we go back to content to adjust the spacing. So we don't need any Y or vertical spacing, we just need it on the X. So let's say 20. Oh no, it's up to you. So of course you guys, how big of a spacing you want. So yeah, and then close that, and in something either a button holder or content, whichever sometime you'd like to add it in, go and do it into content. which will then be our level dash manager. This will be what manages our buttons or levels. And yeah, so in here we'll do now we need somewhat void update, as that's what we need. We also need using UI90 Unity engine.ui, and then the public button, and then we're gonna do those and then call it level dash buttons. So pretty much that bracket there just means it will pretty much make those two brackets mean, hey, we want to somewhat, so instead of just having say like game object where it's 1, those two pretty much mean, hey, I want to only allow buttons to be allowed, or at least any component that has a button script on it, which pretty much means it's a button, while pretty much make a list. Of course you'd have to drag and drop it in, so there are ways to find some game objects and add them into a list, so which this is with not really specific components but with a somewhat tag. Yeah, though we're somewhat not going to be doing that, we'll be manually adding that. Oh, and there's one more script we'll have to do, though that's just I guess 1 or 2 more, though we'll do somewhat 1 more, so we use somewhat the yeah, so we do something like that. Then for double tap tab, which give us this, we're going to grab that, then level buttons dot length. So length is just somewhat as you see in a second, and an if statement. So if I plus 1 is greater than that, bracket I pretty sure that was it. 1 second. No. Yeah, 1 second. Whoops, something. Whoopsie. Not file. Yeah, not that. So to do a integer, yes, an int. So int just so much level to unlock equal to, we'll call a function called playpaths dot get integer, and then the name of the int that we want to get. So level to unlock. Of course, we have to set that, and we'll be setting that when we unlock a level, and that there. So if I plus 1 is greater than level to unlock, then level buttons I dot intractability equals facts. So it will run through, say, thousands upon thousands of buttons, depending on how many you have and how many levels you have. It will run through all of those as long as they're added into the list and the scene is also added. It will run through all the buttons and check on if level to unlock is, so if this is greater than that, it will find a number that is greater than it, then it'll disable it. And we also, I believe, to want to set that to 1, as it naturally sets itself to 0, which would be somewhat bad. And as you can see, we've got a list is empty. So we want to add two buttons. I'm going to drag level 1, and this is crucial that you do have them in the correct order. Now we go to play, because we set it, because we told it, so like, hey, no, something you're actually 1, because somewhat that is a new function, so it has no idea what to set itself to. And so as such, yeah, so I got that number 1. So yeah, we'll close that, and then we'll just select then down here. We'll just call using, oh, not that, UNITY Unity Engine dot scene management, and then just public load level. Oh right, we've got a script called that, don't we? That's why that's why you like yeah, why you like that. Because it's game load dash. Oh, void. There we go. Whoops. And then, well, no, we don't. Yeah, so load level then 1, and then just let's see. Scene manager dot load scene bracket there. To go back to our scene and grab level 1 name, whatever you've named it, and it has to be the exact same. And just do that there, and then just copy it and push someone to change it to level 2, and then grab the 2 buttons, make sure they have an on click, go drag in the content file, make sure only one is selected this time, then level manager load level 1 and level manager load level 2. Actually right, no, yeah, that's all the scripts we need. So the quick build settings, which is over here, I'm going to put that on top, so I'm going to drag that one down and that down. What that means is that when the game starts, main menu, or when it gets building, that main menu will be the fast, it will load main menu fast, which is of course what we want it to do. Anyway, so quick close that. We'll then go to our level 1 script. We can then click out of that and then press that to focus on our player. Oh, player, not the floor. Whoops. Press that button. No, it's not the player we need. And trigger to do edit script. So instead of oh yeah, you can either set it in there or in the sort script itself, which triggers here, which is this. So instead of going to that, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to obviously send it back to the main menu. But right, once that there, but before we do that, we want to do a firstly, just for sort of ease for you guys, public int, then level to unlock that, and then we want to make sure level and then yeah, so then we somewhat want so just do another quick int, then somewhat level somewhat, I guess we call it unlock equals player plus we are player plus dot, we first have to get it, so get level to unlock. Now I'm just going to go back to our level. This script, the reason why we're getting it is to make sure that we have the current up-to-date version, the current thing, and then a quick if that, so that, and then some if level to unlock is less than that, which we're going to equal that to 2. Then somewhat we want to do player plus again, but this time set int, so integer, that again, level to unlock, comma, the value we want it to set it to, which is that, and that's it. So when you go to make a sort of another script, you want to make sure you go to wherever sort you have it, and then select level to unlocked, or whatever you've called it, to the sort next level. So of course this is level 1, so our next level to unlock would be level 2, and so level 2's next level to unlock would be level 3, and then 3, 4, and so on. So jump over to level 2, go to that, and as you can see it's also that. We're going to change that to 3, Control S to of course save it, and also so just a quick note, of course ints, as you can see, can store numbers as well, though they can only store whole numbers. They don't like floating point numbers, or want more somewhat a number that's not a whole value. So it pretty much is like a gridlock system, so it only goes up by 1, so 1, 2, 3 instead of 1.1, 1.2. That requires a floating point number, or 2 different things, which are a vector 2 or vector 3. Vector 2 are generally sort of used for 2-dimensional games, 2D games. So vector 2 is sort of just a x and a y value, or an x and a z, whatever one. And a vector 3 is x, y, z, so player movement. So this is a vector 3 there. Rotation is a quaternion, which just means, as I said in the last part 2, it holds 4 values, though only 3 of them we care about. The 4th one is a pretty much mysterious number which just doesn't exist to us, and then scale is also a vector 3. The position and scale are perfectly fine with floating point numbers. So is rotation, but you have to do quaternion, or like local, I think it's like transform dot rotation dot Euler angle, which will get your current Euler angle. No, that sets it. And yeah, anyway, so you don't need to know about that for right now. And yeah, and so with that is the game done. You go over to here, press play. Alright, so press play and then level 1, and then we go here. Don't attach the red. If you remember the last part, the red kills us. And then level 1 complete, and loads us back. And as you can see, we've now got level 2 to be able to unlock. And also, somewhat play paths is also a temporary. It's somewhat temporary. It is a way to save. It is a sort. But yeah, as long as as long as the user's computer, your computer, if you've built the game and you're running it, and then all of a sudden your computer crashes when the game's loading, that will probably that will probably wipe player paths and that temporary save system. So yeah, so anyway. And yeah, so we could do back, of course, quick want back because we're in the Unity editor. So we'll do that there. Oh no, don't need that. And so the only other thing to do is say to do build settings and then press build, which will open up this file, and I'll just have it go to where is it? Desktop. I'll just make a new file. Build. It's like that. Do you want to save changes? Yes. And there you go. The game will build. And there is also one more thing we somewhat want to do once that's done. Some of you are probably wondering, hey, what about the game, icon that obviously requires an icon file, and that which we can set in here. I don't specifically have one, so it would just give me the basic, Unity one. But yeah, we can set that up. I'll quickly show you how to. But yeah, as you can see, because we built it right there. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so there's that. So to set your own custom icon, play settings, can set a version number, which can be useful later on. Say if you make a save system and you want to do it, say or at least maybe down at the corner in some most I think games now kind of show you the version you're running. So that's one way where you can get the game to get its own version, and then you can have it display the current version. But yeah, so default icon, you can it would just set it there. Of course, you can change the class if you want to. But yeah, so icon override. So you do override, and then you'd preferably set a 1024 by 1024 picture, and so that's just if you hold control on Windows and then you use the mouse forward, you can scale up the pictures massively, the icon. So that's all that is about. And yeah, yeah, full screen, running background. Yeah, splash image. What appears, so splash screen. GNT logo, yeah, I'm on somewhat normal version, so that's currently unable to turn off. Though if we did have our own logo, we could set that, and then duration, how long it's there for, and yeah, and there you guys. So hope you guys have enjoyed this, and yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this somewhat short 3-part series, and anyway, hope you have a good night, day or night, depending on wherever you are and whenever you watch this, and well, good